Hello.
Hello, Tamar.
Greeting you all. Hi, Sharona.
Ready to start another day?
Yes, so start as usual with 1 minute of silence.
Yes. So here is our chance to find a comfort, a strength, and a peace, which is not dependent on anything external. Just by moving my awareness and my attention inwards, I can reach a space of gentle quiet beyond the mind, absolutely independent from the noise of the mind and the noises around me. A space to just be me. A space to just be.
It's amazing. I always have a feeling like our mind is like a big blender. Everything is going on, blah, blah, blah. And even the blender, he needs to stop for a while.
Yeah, otherwise the engine overheats.
Yeah.
And my protein shake, in which I've put ice cubes in order to make it cold, refreshing, good for me. If the engine overheats, so does my shake, and it's warm, which is disgusting. I'm sure there are deep spiritual lessons in that somewhere.
Yes, when you press, before you press the button, take 1 minute of silence with the blender.
Yeah, make sure that blender rests, which is what I do now. I stop it at 40 seconds and wait, and then I play it again.
Yeah, it really feels, it's funny, but it really feels that, the word is speeding and we're trying to go at a faster pace than is natural.
That's right.
And then we need to a little bit slow down. Just put like after 40 seconds, just put a minute and take the time that it takes to do it the way we want to.
It's like everything is speeding up. I mean, not that I'm against technology, but technology has contributed to the feeling that everything is faster. I'm not really sure that everything is faster. It's just that we have so much more to put our attention on nowadays because of technology. I mean, for heaven's sakes, we've got WhatsApp, which is a nonstop, continuous outstream of communication that I have to tend to, not to mention everything going on Facebook. And then all the social media. And then I've also got a regular phone and I've also got emails. So, you just naturally start stretching to accommodate all of that. And then you wonder, how does an hour go by so fast? We're busy like we've never been busy before.
Exactly. And we didn't even started talking about the reels and all the videos, the short videos that we have.
That's right.
But that's why we focus our attention. And usually we start with the thought of the day. But this time we thought about something else because we had a program that was, we had a thought and we felt like we didn't really finish and grasp the whole picture and we wanted to continue and make a part 2. And the thought that we had last time was there are 3 spiritual languages that will make you successful. Is that the thought? Can you recall it?
I think that was how it went. There are 3 spiritual languages which will bring you success.
which will bring you success. ובעברית יש 3 שפות רוחניות שיביאו אתכם להצלחה. שיביאו לכם הצלחה. And when we discussed it, we talked a lot about success and what success in the spiritual and even in the non-spiritual world, in our daily life. And then we started talking about the 3 languages. And I really felt like I want to hear some more and talk some more about it, the 3 languages.
Yeah, that's kind of how I approach this idea that we do a part 2. It's just a huge subject, you know, between the concept of that's what brings us success and the whole world of this being 3 languages. It's rich. And so I like this idea that we're creating a part 2. You know, there's one adage, I don't know if you know this word, but like an old folks saying, which has survived the ages, which I first heard about decades ago. I might have been, you know, it might have been 50 or 60 years ago, but I've never forgotten it. Never. And at the time, I wouldn't have had a clue what it meant or really what to do about it, but now I do. And it goes like this: words often block more than they express. They are a wall we build between ourselves and another to prevent a true look. Now, I don't know how that grabs you, but
I need you to repeat it.
yeah, words often block more than they express. They're a wall that we build between ourselves and others to prevent a true look. So I don't know how that grabs you, but it's interesting because at that time, I was about 21, 22, something like that. I was teaching English already. I was a wordsmith. You know, that was my business, words. And yet I instinctively knew that there was something very important in there for me. And that was because, you know, I've mastered the art of getting to the thing and being able to communicate the thing. But I was a very unhappy person. And I saw, as the years went by, especially when I started my spiritual practice, I saw that all that cleverness with words was really just isolating me from people more and more, because it built and protected an image of myself.
Wait, rewind. Because we always treat words as a way of communication, and we always treat words as, you know, if somebody has problems with other people, we tell them learn how to communicate.
Right.
We depend on words, I even want to say, and we learn how to express ourselves better, and that's the way we resonate with each other. And now you're saying there are blockages.
Well, I guess it all depends on what is your aim. And that is the whole thought. 3 languages which will make you successful, bring you success. And we defined success as being success on my journey, not success in my career or, you know, position and certificates, but more like in having a meaningful life, a happy life, good relationships, etc. So it's like, what where am I going when it's only at the level of words that my hope is that it's at the level of words that I will be understood. I will understand myself. I will make someone else understand me. I think that that's where we begin to see the thinness, the inadequacy of words, and how, especially at this point in time, we know very well what manners look like and what I should say and do, and we're good at it. We still say it and do it, almost to the point that we distance ourselves from what I'm really feeling. And at that point, I'm seeing how we're not communicating anymore. And in fact, people do not see my struggle, my effort, etc.
You know what you remind me? You know, Migdal Bavel?
Yeah.
And the languages everybody spoke.
Yeah.
And a few days ago, I had a vision of that. And I thought to myself that this is what's happening now.
Yeah.
And I really felt it. Now, why did it happen? First of all, every generation, and now the generations are very, you know, every few years, a new generation, it's completely new words. Yeah. If I put a dot, which is a logically grammar sentence for me and polite, my kid would see it as if I'm angry at him.
Oh, great.
Okay, so, and it's amazing to see how certain ways of speaking with one, and I'm just talking, you know, not, it's not different cultures. It's not, even if I talk to somebody my age, I think everybody's story is so much around him, and I saw it happening. I saw myself, I'm a good speaker. I talk to people with, and something was wrong there. Yeah. I said, but I said that, and the other one, no, you said something else, and it's like we're going to the WhatsApp to see what we said, and it kept happening more and more. So it's interesting that you say that, because I do see how, you know, WhatsApp gave a different kind of, and it's interesting because we started with the WhatsApp somehow today.
Yeah.
Gave a different kind of communication. Something is lost with all these words.
I think that WhatsApp is trying to show us that, because there are so many misunderstandings when you don't get the body language of the person and you don't get the vibe of the person. There's really 1,000 wrong ways to read something simple that they're saying to you. But the point is, you know, we've become so complicated. We each have such long, winding stories behind us that we're hardly even able to understand our own self. Can we really understand another when we are really basing that communication on words? And that's where these other languages come in handy, especially if we get good at these other languages. Because with words, I can put up a facade. I can look calm, act calm, speak calmly, when inside me I'm not at all calm. And I don't think that that's good. That's where I say it actually blocks more than it reveals. Reveals is the original word. Words often block more than they reveal. It's not that I need people to see how stressed out I am, but for how long am I going to continue faking it? I'm acting stressed, but inside I'm not. You can't do that. And if your language is through a thought or your eyes, which is the first two languages, you better well get yourself into calmness and peace, because those will not deceive anyone.
I think what you're saying about, we talked, if somebody didn't see part one, it's the thought, the eyes, and the feelings, the heart. When it's pure.
Feelings.
And yes, but what do you do when you're mad at someone? Because sometimes you are angry at someone.
For sure. And sometimes we're stressed.
And sometimes we're stressed.
Oh yeah, sometimes. But that's the whole point. If I have words to fall back on in which I can continue the cover up, when do I start the real work? Because the real work is remove that anger, remove that programming. Because originally, I should say, a good spiritual education should convince us that the original blueprint of I, the human being, is of goodness and happiness and peace. That's how we've been made. And if there's all this other stuff like anger or stress, that's man-made. I've put that in there. And it's not because I've been able to hide that up to now that that's okay, or that that's healthy, or that's a future. In fact, we have a world like we have today because we've just created facades, and there's not enough of us doing enough of this real work.
And I feel that when I use my eyes, and sometimes I do use it as a language, first of all, I notice that I'm angry, and I know it's my job. It's not relevant here.
Right.
And I start looking, I'm searching with my eyes to remember who's in front of me, and where it comes from. And it's very difficult when you're angry.
Yeah.
But when I start looking and searching with my eyes, something changes.
What do you mean? Looking and searching with your eyes?
It's like trying to remember the goodness of the person in front of me, that he's a soul, that he's,
playing a part.
And that something is going with him, something in his story.
Right.
Made him now act like that. Right. And trying to see how to communicate. And that helps through my eyes, trying to look. It's like I'm trying to get tuned back to the real person in front of me.
Yeah. And first of all, my experience is that's what starts happening naturally when I'm able to see my own self as that original template, the human being who is peaceful and kind, and not just to see her, but come back into that space, that experience. But, now I forgot what I was going to say. I got sidetracked about how it definitely has to start with yourself. I think it's something to do with this, that, no, it's gone.
You said in the first part that the eyes are the windows to the soul. And I really like that phrase, the reminder of that. Because look, it's so much, I miss it so much. People don't look at their eyes, and it's so calming to look at someone else's eyes. It's very hard to stay mad at someone looking at the eyes.
It's interesting. Now I'm remembering what I was saying before, what I was thinking of. I won't look at people's eyes so much. I'll look here, their third eye. For this very reason, eyes are the windows of the soul, and there's so much rubbish in all of us souls at this point, and it is going to come through the eyes, and I don't want to be a target for that. So it's interesting that you have a different experience. But when I'm here, what I know is my focus. Personally, I just think it's a real sign that I'm moving forward, in restoring that original template. When you're really able to stay connected to your own peace, your own calm, and look at another as a peaceful and calm being, and not even get into, I used to do this, but I don't do it anymore. What is their specialty? What is their goodness? All of that. It's a lot more work than this other thing. If I come into my peace and my calm, and I know that in front of me is also a human being whose original qualities is peace and calm, it's amazing what happens. It's like, it's new for me. There's such a feeling of acceptance. And I'm so happy for that. I really treasure that. Because I was even listening to this person talk, not agreeing with him at all. His whole perspective was something not mine at all. And usually I would have argued, and that would have been a strain on the relationship and a kind of distancing. Not that we were close friends anyway, but not with this. I was able just to hear it. And yeah, this is his journey. So many doors open just by first learning the language of vibration and making sure I'm speaking it to myself.
I think we might need a part 3 for this. That's what I think. We'll see if part 3 will emerge.
You're saying 20 minutes is over already?
Even 25.
Oh my gosh.
So we will take a minute and we'll see where it goes on from here.
Okay. Lots of good food for thought. So sitting quietly in that quiet space, see which one of these thoughts nurture you and enjoy it.
Thank you very much.
Thank you,
Sharona.
Tamar.
And thank you all. Bye-bye.
Bye for now.
See you tomorrow.